all of these bones have come from the Hansen Ranch?
That's right. These are all from that one site.
Do you have any idea how many?
Well, we have upwards of 20,000 in the collection.
And how long a time has it taken?
It's been over 20 years. Yeah.
This has been your life work almost.
Well, I didn't plan it that way, but that's how it turned out.
It's turned out that way. Wow.
Over here on the table, we have a couple of femora. Those are the upper leg bone.
These are monsters.
They are. And that's the longest bone in the body, and usually the largest, and these weigh a couple of 100 pounds. So you can imagine you take one of those large tibias that we just looked at, add it to this, and you're dealing with over here somewhere, and then you've got the foot below that and the hip above that.
Just hard to imagine.
These are really big animals. This case has the remains of Nanotyrannus. Nanotyrannus is one of the rarest dinosaurs, and these are...
When you say Tyrannus, so is this similar to the T-Rex?
Similar to T-Rex, and there's a big dispute in the scientific community about whether it is T-Rex or not. So the problem is, there are no juvenile T-Rexes, or if there are, they're very, very poorly understood, very poorly known. So you can't have a dinosaur that's 30 or 40 feet long without having something smaller. And so they said, well, this must be a juvenile one, but the characteristics don't match with T-Rex.
So you see them as fairly different.
It's a different taxon, yeah.
What do we have here? This is
the
teeth?
This is the upper jaw, and then the lower jaw is here. This happens to be from the other side of the body, but you can visualize this. So it would have been a fearsome animal.
It would. It's the kind of animal I think I would run from.
Here's the tooth, and that brings us to teeth. These teeth are very important because one tooth can tell you a taxon. So if you find a single tooth, you know that that particular kind of animal was there because you can identify the teeth.
Oh.
For example, well, let's just take this one. This is a Tyrannosaurus rex tooth.
And how do you know that?
It's massive crushing tooth. It has serrations on the edge, and it's bigger than it could be in any other dinosaur that's around.
Yeah.
And that's a Tyrannosaurus, and here's a Nanotyrannus for comparison. And you see how that's blade-like, and these serrations line up on the front and back of the tooth.
It's a very different tooth then.
And this one, yeah, this is a crushing tooth. And when this thing bit into bone, the teeth would break off sometimes. And that's okay for the dinosaur because he has an infinite supply. A new one will grow up. Now, the fact that we find so many of these associated with these duck-billed dinosaur remains suggests to me that after they died, they were available for scavenging for some time, long enough for tyrannosaurids and other animals to be able to get in and enjoy the feast. Now this drawer down here has a bunch of unique stuff. Grab that side.
Yeah, okay.